Hello, thanks for tuning in to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. This Cedric Credit Champion, and go dogs, go dogs. And yeah, great game last night. Ohio State, they came to beat us, but we had other ideas. In the words of the great Rudy Tomjanovich, never underestimate the heart of a champion. Georgia never gave up. Georgia kept hunting, kept, doing what we do until we eventually overcame and conquered Ohio State. And even on that last play, I thought we were going to block the field goal. I never thought Ohio State was going to win. I thought we were going to block the field goal because Georgia is known for blocking field goals. Remember, we blocked one last year against Alabama. We blocked one this year, at least one. We block field goals, put it like that. But the guy, he missed it. He just hooked it. And, they say pressure busts pipes. And for whatever reason, I'm sure he studied in film that Georgia blocks field goals, so he must have overthought it and just really put a lot of leg in it. You never know what would have happened even if he would have kicked it straight on from 50. But we do see the results of last night's game. Georgia once again on top. I've been on the other end, the losing end of so many of those games where I know the game was never over. I felt like Georgia was destined to win that game, that we were going to win. I mean, think about it. Put yourself in our shoes. We 13-0. We don't know what defeat feels like, not this year. So it's like we never stopped believing we were going to win that game. Somehow, some way, we knew we were going to win. And I told my wife in the fourth quarter, it was this specific play where I just saw the body language of the defense had changed. And I knew we were going to win that game. Georgia knows how to stop a team when they need to stop them. Look, we gave up a ton of points. I'm disappointed about that. We did give up a ton of points. Sometimes you have to win those games where you are in a shootout. I remember we won one like that with USC a few years back. I think it was the Rose Bowl. That was like, if not the highest scoring bowl game there is, but yeah, you have to win sometimes like that. Great teams find ways to win those kind of games, and Georgia is a great team. But yeah, moving forward, just want to say Happy New Year to everyone. Here we are, 2023, a new year. Today in church, I talked about the importance of writing down your vision, and I want to share that today with my Facebook friends, YouTube friends, just the importance of writing down your vision. I also saw how I am specifically called to speak into the life of young people, young men who seem prone to get in trouble, go to jail. It doesn't even have to be anything serious, but just small things like driving with no license, things like that. I feel specifically called to speak into the life of young people. And I want to say to all the young people and to the parents of young people that we have to make sure that our children grow up in church. We have to bring them to church. We have to join a church. If we're not going to church and we have young teenage men who they need direction, well, we need to get in a church and we need to encourage our children to come to church. If they don't want to come, if they're rebellious, they don't want to come, pray for your child. Get in a good church. Find someone to agree with you concerning your child. And like I said, I believe I am specifically called and I'm anointed to speak into the heart of young people to stay on the right path, to not get in trouble, to not get into this culture, this rap culture where it's cool to tote guns and to shoot ops and all of this foolishness, getting into this no snitching culture. which is also foolishness. You know, I was saying to the young men in church today how those are the very people who will snitch on you. The people who say don't snitch, don't snitch. Well, you know, first of all, to avoid snitching, don't hang with the wrong company. Don't allow people in your car or in your company who are doing illegal activity. And you need to hear someone saying that, because in the culture we live in, it seems like everybody's quiet when it comes to speaking to our young people. You know, you see YouTube, you see videos, but they're not saying don't snitch. No, they're shaming people who snitch. They're shaming people who and who tell, and they're also promoting crime culture as if it's cool to do crime, and it's not. And so you can make something of your life. You don't have to listen to your favorite rapper tell you to shoot your enemy or to shoot somebody, to rob someone. No, that's not the way to go. You know, what you want to do is you want to get yourself a job. If you're a young man, get yourself a job. You know, start being responsible. Get your license. Get everything the right way. You know, if you have to walk until you get your license, so what? If you have to catch a bus to get your license, so what? At least you're not behind the wheel illegally, right? And this is speaking to some grown-ups. You know, some grown-ups need to get their license together. You have fines to pay. Go ahead and take care of your business. Get those fines. If you have to get an extra job to pay off those fines, get you an extra job. Make you some money on the side and get those things taken care of in 2023 so that the police don't have a reason to put you in jail. You know, make sure that your tags are on your car right. Make sure that you have insurance on your car. All these little things. Drive with your seatbelt on. These are things that people know to do, but they don't do, and it causes them to get pulled over by the police and go to jail. What about this one? Riding in the car with marijuana. I mean, this is foolishness, especially if you live in a state where marijuana is illegal. I can't tell you the number of times when I'm in my car, my wife, we're in our car, we're riding, we smell somebody else's marijuana. If we smell it, the police smell it. And it's illegal here in Georgia, you know? So it's like so many things that we do that are foolish in our culture that we can stop. We can bring the jail rate down just by following these simple instructions. Now, I'm just talking about things you can do in the car to avoid getting pulled over. You know, you're riding around with a group of friends and they have drugs or paraphernalia on them. They have a gun on them or something that's not licensed. That can get you in trouble. And especially if you're riding 4 or 5 guys deep. You know, that's and you got to know how you look in that situation, and you got to know that you are being judged. Yes, we are judged by how many people are in our car, if they're males, if they're black males, you know, what neighborhood you're in, what your car looks like. All these things, we're judged by these things, whether we like it or not. We're profiled by these things. And so I just want to encourage you in 2023 just to live smarter and to avoid unnecessary conflict. All right? So listen, this is Cedric Credit Champion wishing you the best. And I have more videos coming up, so stay tuned.